You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. We have a very interesting question, and I had to sit down and think, and then I got it like that. It was really simple. I'm like, yeah, it's that simple. Because I know it's about leftists, and people think, well, why do they think this? And they're not complicated creatures. They're very simple. Laziness and ego. You take laziness plus ego, you get a leftist. That's how it works. But this guy has a very interesting question. A young man writes, "Greetings, Captain Asshole. I've traveled across a lot of the planet. I think it's somewhere between 60 and 75 countries, lived in perhaps 15 of them, and I've noticed something that I'd like to get your opinion on. There really seems to be a disproportionately high density of passive-aggressive behavior within socialist societies. So my question to you is there any sort of connection between passive-aggressiveness and socialism? And if so, how does the connection work? What makes them related?" And that is brilliant, just brilliant question. And the answer is very simply cowardice. Okay? They're cowards. Understand all socialists, maliciously or not, they are thieves. They advocate taking other people's money and giving it to people who didn't work for a living. That's all socialism is. We give your money to this person. We take part of your life that you sacrificed your finite life for, and we enslave you to this person who just sat on his ass and fucked some gal and got 16 different girls pregnant. That's socialism. But in order to be a true thief, in order to have any honor as a thief, you would traditionally have to put yourself at risk, because if you want to steal my money, my time, my finite life, in the olden days when thieves were honest, you had to go up and risk me not having a gun, not having a knife, or not just fucking deciding to fight you anyway. There is always a risk for a true thief to go up and take somebody else's money, because there's a good chance they might defend against you. They might have a gun. You say, well, they're pretty cowardly because thieves carry guns or they're going away. Yeah, but how? The thief doesn't know. Are you carrying a gun? Are you carrying a baseball bat? Are you just a pissed off dude? I mean, is it going to be worth the $20-$30? There is a genuine risk of physical harm to a thief when a thief tries to go and stiff arm rob you or burglar you. All right? And even though that's bad and evil, I have infinitely more respect for a thief, a real one, than I do a socialist. Because what a socialist does, they don't dare confront you. They will lie right to your face and act like the nicest person ever. Because not only is that a way not to get the shit kicked out of them, but it makes them feel good. They're virtue signaling. This is again why virtue signaling is also predominantly on the left. But they are also cowards. And they are also lazy. Socialists are lazy. They are so afraid of work that they would rather not do it. I mean, you've seen these people. They're so deathly afraid of work, they'll become bums. They'll become professors and academians. They want nothing to do with real work. All right? So the number one goal, and they are lazy, but they're also, lazy means weak. You know? Again, look at traditional thieves. We may not like them. They may be immoral. They may be criminal. But they do go and face risk, and they typically work out and are strong. They're willing to put in the effort to go ahead and get the money they need to, right? Being physically stronger. Socialists are lazy. They will not hit the gym at the prison yard. They will not lift weights. And so instead, they cowardly hide behind the state and their, quote, good virtue say, we just care about the children. Pick your leftist socialist cause. The children, the minorities, the environment, the feminine, whatever. You know the regular, the same old usual suspects. And then they use the government. They hide behind lots of men with lots of guns, known as the police and army and the military, and laws to force you to give them their money. And they know it's not personal. It's so many times removed from you. And it's under the guise of, well, it's legal because it's democracy. It doesn't change the fact it's still theft. That's all it is legal theft, without the honor and risk-taking of an actual thief. So this is why you have this passive-aggressive, hypocritical behavior. These people want to be good people, or viewed as good people. And deep down inside, I don't care if they're evil scumbags. Look at Hillary Clinton, look at Nancy Pelosi. They're not good people, they're evil. But they want to put on the veneer. Like, we're good people. Look at your modern-day college-going leftists and millennials. They're all about, I'm going green, and I'm doing this, and look at the badge on my sleeve. Look at that. I'm wearing it on my sleeve. But when it ultimately comes down to the voting booth, when they're going to pull the lever or put a ballot in the box, they are voting for stealing your money and enslaving you. Not full time, but if you did the math right, I did the math. It's about what is it? At least in the U.S., 40% GDP, but 10% of that, so it's 30%. 30%. So 90%. So it's a 30%. 30% of your taxes. Yeah, 30%. 30% of your life is enslaved working for other people. If I did the math right, looking at budgets and where the money actually goes. Right? So they don't mind enslaving you for roughly a third of your life because they, one, want your money and they're thieves. But two, they certainly don't want to confront you. And three, they still want to get along with everybody else in society and not have the slightest bit of rocking of the boat, disagreement, or upsettedness. Right? And you totally can see, and this, it's no surprise you see that in socialist countries. In Minnesota, we have this thing called Minnesota Nice, and we're one of the more left. Well, we're not more left than California, New York, but we're up there. And everyone's just so nice and so nice. And I'm just agape. I'm just like, when I look at how women in the state vote, and we're not talking necessarily, it has nothing to do with, we're talking your purebred Minnesota white women who live out in the suburbs and they stab their fucking husbands in the back by constantly voting up their taxes. But they're all nice and say, oh yeah, we're just so Minnesota nice, so Minnesota nice. And they want nothing more than to take your money. It is just disgusting. But that's what it is. It's cowardice. It is cowardice because they don't dare actually go like an honest thief and risk their life and limb and lift the weight so that they might actually become a successful thief and get your money. They use the state, they hide behind a police state, they hide behind the military, they hide behind law, they hide behind the concept of democracy to go and get your money. Because they don't face you in public to ask for your money. Have you ever had a leftist say, hey, I want some of your money? No, but they'll do it. They'll do it behind your back. And they'll just put on that smile, looking at you like, I care about the children, don't you? And I think intuitively on some level they know they're doing it, and then at another level I think they're unconscious of it. Because humans are amazing, have this amazing ability to lie to themselves. But yeah, that's what I don't... For the most part, I hate Minnesotans. I hate passive-aggressive people. And I hate hypocrites. Again, I would rather hang out with an honest thief. A thief comes around, give us your money. I'm like, hey, you know what? You're not a Democrat. Yeah, you earned it. Yeah, you at least, you didn't know if I had a gun. Here's your $20. Get out of here. Anyway, good question. You guys got questions, go to assholeconsulting.com. You can hit me on the Praxi app. Download that on your phone. It's Praxey. We got the podcast, the Clary Podcast. That's on SoundCloud.com. My book's on Amazon.com. And then there's something else I do, and it's not coming to me now. But we'll catch you kids later. Toodles.